Is AMC Stubs A-List actually worth it? Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the fugly. So starting out on a positive note, I actually think it's a really good deal at about $20 plus tax per month for 3 movies per week. There's no added fees for IMAX and Dolby Cinema and the fancier 3D movies and stuff. You also get a discount on food and concessions, and you also get rewards for buying food and stuff. One of my favorite things about AMC theaters is they have Dolby Cinema, which in my opinion is like the best theater experience in terms of like visuals and audio that I have almost ever seen, and that includes even IMAX and stuff. I actually prefer Dolby Cinema over IMAX. It looks and sounds incredible. They have these like amazing surround sound speakers. I saw Nosferatu twice in Dolby Cinema. It was absolutely incredible. And Dolby Cinema, in my opinion, is so good, it's almost worth paying $20 a month just to see Dolby movies. Another huge positive for AMC A-List is the app is actually quite functional. It's super easy to use. It's very straightforward. You can pick your movie, you pick the seat you want. You can even pick a seat for another person if you have someone in your entourage. So that basically means it's like a trusted person that you can buy 2 tickets for you and, you know, your partner or something. It even integrates really well into Apple Wallet, so you can have like a QR code on your phone or even on your Apple Watch for super easy ticketing. Now we got to talk about the bad also, because the sun is setting and I'm losing sunlight. So I'll make it kind of quick. So the first thing on my bad list is some of the AMC theaters, especially this one right behind me, which is supposed to be one of the nicer dine-in theaters where they have food and they have a bar. But in my experience, some of these theaters be kind of busted looking. So some of the theaters themselves are kind of dirty. They're kind of grungy, a little rough around the edges. Some of them have like weird odors. Like there's this one Dolby Cinema in this theater right here. The walkway to it is kind of filthy. It smells low-key like urine, which is super fun. And there's this really mysterious weird stain that looks like an Oompa Loompa threw up there or something that's just permanently there. There are stains all over the carpet. The bathrooms feel kind of dirty. Like this place just needs like a power wash. Another potential bad for some people, especially if you like more independent movies, is AMC theaters tend to play only like the big blockbuster movies like your Marvel movies, Disney, stuff like that. One of the theaters in my area does play smaller, more independent movies, which is pretty cool. So not every AMC theater is going to have those kinds of movies like A24, that kind of stuff. If you like more like independent movies and smaller, lower budget movies, this is probably not the best bet for you. But if you love mainstream movies, this is going to be one of the best for you. Another con is the food at the dine-in theaters. It's not the best quality, and sometimes they take forever to bring it to your seat. I was in this one movie where the people in front of me got their food almost when the movie was over. The pizza is decent, honestly, but the rest of the food is pretty overpriced. And now we got to talk about the fugly. My least favorite thing about AMC theaters is public behavior. And I don't know if this is on AMC themselves or if this is just like a movie theater going experience that's not the drafthouse, because the drafthouse does enforce like no talking, stay off your phone, stuff like that. But at AMC, I have been to so many movies where people are straight up like on their phones. They are texting. The phone is not on silent. They're talking to each other. In my opinion, it's just super distracting. But yeah, if you're going to be talking to somebody or on your phone, like, why are you at the movies in the first place? There's also this thing called screen unseen at AMC theaters, which basically means that you get to see a movie where they don't even tell you what it is, and it's $5. I went to one of them, and I will never do it again because it was a crowded theater, people just talking on their phones. You can't wait till the end of the movie to talk to somebody or to text someone back. I don't know what it is, but it brought in like the most amount of buffoonery in any movie that I've ever seen. This also happens in regular movies, even in like empty theaters where it's you and maybe a small group of people. Like, I'm not trying to get people kicked out, but it's also super distracting. Like, am I old? Comment below if you've also experienced this at AMC or other theaters, because I'm really curious. Another fugly part of AMC is the theaters just seem really understaffed and undermanaged. The employees themselves are usually pretty friendly. That's not the issue. It's more like when you walk in there, even at this one right here, you kind of don't know what to do. You're like, where do I scan my ticket? There's like almost nobody working sometimes. And I just get the overall impression that AMC just does not care about this particular location. It's in this huge, mostly deserted shopping center, almost post-apocalyptic looking. It almost has that feeling of like a failing shopping mall or something, where it's in this area where there's not a whole lot going on. A lot of stuff is closed. It's kind of dark. Is it slated for closure, or like what is going on here? It's just a little sad. And in this area with like the parking lot being super empty, it just feels like you're like like, are they even open during the day? Like, is this right? So it's not the most welcoming of theaters, at least from the outside, in my opinion. I also had this really ridiculous experience at this particular theater once trying to watch Deadpool and Wolverine, where the movie never played anything on the screen. So we sat there for 40 minutes to an empty screen with no sound, not even trailers or anything. Nobody came in to be like, hey, we're working on it. We actually had to go outside and be like, hey, the movie's not playing, right? And finally, we just got up and left. We did get a refund on our popcorn and our drink, but it was just an overall like, what the hell is going on? And those weird times when I walk in the theater and there seems to be almost nobody working, nobody on the floor. It's a little weird. You walk in and you're like, okay, where do I scan my ticket if nobody's there? Do we even need to pay? Why are we even paying for a membership if we can just walk in a movie? So for all those reasons, that's actually why I ended up canceling my AMC Stubs A-List membership. The movie experience overall is like decent. The Dolby Cinema is incredible, but for all the kind of jankiness of the theater, I also feel like it's not super worth the $20, especially if you're really sensitive to people like talking in the theater with no way to be like, hey, can we put a stop to this? And people on their phones in the middle of a movie, like, why are you at the movie? But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think AMC A-List is worth it? Is it worth $20 a month? Can you put up with people talking on their phones and stuff in the middle of a movie? I can't. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave a popcorn emoji in the comments down below. Smash all the buttons down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.